What's going on, fam? It's your girl, Abiola Akanni here, founder of E.N.D, coming back at you with our Yin Yoga Chakra series. Today's flow is going to be for the third eye, a Yin Yoga flow for the third eye. Now, the third eye is located right in between your eyebrows, and it's known as Ajna in Sanskrit. It connects to our soul body, our wisdom, our intuitive knowing, our imagination, and our intuition. Now, as you move through this practice, something that I want you to really begin to explore is this kind of embodiment of your imagination. Let your imagination kind of flow and expand in your body. Notice what comes up in your imagination and find a little play in that and let yourself settle there. It doesn't have to be we don't have to be so heady and analog all the time. Really give yourself permission to play and exist in your imagination. What you're going to need today is one yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, you can grab a book. Those work just fine. And we're going to get started in a comfortable seated position, actually, with our legs extended. We're going to start in Janu Sirsasana with one leg extended. So draw your right leg into the body here and extend your left leg. And you're going to actually take your block or your book and position it right in front of you, as we're going to be drawing our third eye right on our blocks or our books. Now, you notice that I have two stacked here. If you find that you need more, you can stack an additional block or a pillow on top of your books here, or just omit them altogether. So I'm going to hold here. Inhale, hands are going to come high. Exhale, I'm going to extend my hands on the inside of my left leg and begin to invite my third eye towards my block, resting my third eye here. Now, for some of us, that's going to be a really deep stretch in the hamstrings. If that's you, know that you can stay lifted. You don't have to come that deep, or you can use just the practice and your hold to ease your way into that stretch over time. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Make sure this left leg is engaged, so your left toes are flexed, shining up to the heavens. Keep the pose active, and we'll hold here for about 2 minutes. Notice what the shoulders are doing. See if you can begin to melt the shoulders down along the back, relaxing here. A few more moments here to settle. When you're ready, slowly walk the hands in, lift the head and the third eye off your block or your book, and let's switch to eyes. So you're just going to extend your right leg and invite your left foot in, drawing your left foot in to kiss the inside of the right inner thigh. Positioning your blocks or your books here. Inhale, you're going to circle swoop the hands up and over. Exhale, extend the arms. And then begin to invite your third eye to your blocks or your books here. Now I can already see, I just lost my books. I can already see that my hamstrings on my right side are fairly tight. So if that's you, you can keep a bend in the knees. Don't worry about going down so deep. Instead, keep a bend in the knees, stay lifted, and you can even position a block underneath this right leg. Continue to hold, floating the third eye down. Once again, piercing into your imagination here, y'all. Finding that imagination and play and tapping into our own wisdom and intuitive knowing. Keeping the spine long here. And once again, your third eye doesn't have to rest on the book. Like I said, I can tell that my hamstring is a little bit tighter here. And so instead, I'm keeping my head lifted instead of coming down as deeply as I did on the opposite side. When you're ready, y'all slowly float your way up. Move your blocks to the side and extend your left leg. And we're going to slowly come actually to a wide-legged seated forward fold. So you're going to extend your legs wide. You can move the sit bones from underneath you if you need to. Root the hands and kind of shift forward so that you can really move the flesh from away from the bones here. Now, once again, this is going to activate the hamstrings just right along the backside of the thigh pretty deeply. So if it's too much, y'all, remember you can shorten your stance by drawing your legs in, or you can bend the knees and stick some pillows underneath here. Take a deep inhale. I'm actually going to also grab this foam roller here. You can stack some blocks. Walk the hands forward and notice, what your hamstrings are receptive to. If they're still pretty tight here, you can stay lifted or exhale, begin to fold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, fold. Begin to hold. Option to stay here, option to exhale, fold. Third eye can rest on your blocks or a foam roller if you have one here. Holding here for about 2 minutes, y'all. Find a round of breath here, y'all. On the inhale, slowly root the fingertips into the earth, lift the heart, lift the head, walk the hands in towards the groin. And you can slowly glide one knee in with the help of your hand, and then invite the opposite. And slowly come onto the long edge of your mat here, coming into fish pose. So in fish pose, you're going to slowly come onto your forearms here. Make sure your palms are rooted into the earth, and then slip one hand underneath its corresponding glute and slip the other hand here. Walk those elbows in so the heart is lifted. So really feel yourself extend your heart up to the heavens. The third eye shining straight up to the heavens here. Really opening up through the heart. And then exhale, begin to extend the head back. Holding here. So active in fish pose through the third eye. Continue to root the forearms and lift the heart so we're just not collapsing into the shoulders like show y'all. Root the forearms, lift the heart and the chest up to the heavens. Really create some space through the chest and the shoulders, and then head drops back. If this begins to bother the shoulders at all, go ahead and come out. When you're ready, slowly invite the chin towards your chest. Bend your right knee and just slip your hand from underneath your glute. Bend the opposite knee, and you're already on the forearm. Slowly slink onto your back here, hugging the knees in towards the body. Extending the feet up to the heavens, hands up to the heavens. Take a few rounds of breath here. Settling into the body. Continue to hold here and legs up the wall. Exhale, bend the knees, float the hands down. Resting here for your final resting posture, Shavasana, keeping the knees bent. I invite you to close the eyes. You keep the eyes open if that feels safe. As you're resting here in your meditation, really begin to notice what comes up in your imagination and allow yourself to play there. If you'd like, I invite you to stay in Shavasana a little longer, or you can join me in rolling to your left or your right side, making your way up to a seated position of your choice. I invite you to close your practice with whatever hand mudra feels intuitive to you and showcases gratitude for our practice today. Traditionally, palms are drawn together at heart center, a little space in between the palms, thumbs pressing into heart center. Let's take a deep inhale in through the nostrils. Exhale out of the mouth, HJ. We'll each repeat one time. I've done my best. I leave the rest. Namaste, fam.